Are you sick and tired of being prescription for your life? Get ready for your daily dose of Healthy Talk Radio, the show that's empowering your health. And now, here's America's health and lifestyle coach.
Live. This is the show where your health is your wealth. Thriving is more important than just surviving, and the only thing lost are those unwanted pounds. This is Healthy Talk Radio that helps you get well, stay well, and live well. Phone lines are open, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. What are you struggling with? Let's talk about it. It's all about your health. It's all about your life. Remember, if the body can get sick, it can also get well. It is about lifestyle. So the choices we make every single day will determine the kind of health we'll have tomorrow. And it does. It matters. So you don't have to be stuck where you are. You really can do something different. You don't have to be in the same position. So the foods we eat, air we breathe, water we drink, exercise we get, stress that we manage, relationships we keep, and the rest that we allow ourselves really determines our overall health. And I could see that over and over again. I can see it constantly throughout people's lives. We see it clinically with patients. We see it with people that we coach around the world. And, we see it just in every aspect. You can see it in your family members. So it comes down to having a good, solid game plan for you to be able to thrive. And not just barely make it, but to really be able to do well. Ken in White Plains, New York, he said, I want some advice on helping with carpal tunnel. Yeah, carpal tunnel syndrome is one of those tough challenges that you look at. And it's one of those pieces that we really, at the end of the day, I would say it's a lot of people want to do surgery on it, and there's a good surgery that works. But at the end of the day, too, carpal tunnel, because of what it is, if you don't know what that is, it's basically a real nagging type pain that's in the wrist, underneath, down by the palm, the base of the palm. And it's for people that use their hands a lot, specifically like typing. So kind of the old school typewriter type system was very strenuous to the hands, and a lot of people that did that work really ended up having that over years and years and years. Now with the computers, some of the way that our hands sit on laptops and whatnot is not as prevalent, but it used to be. So anyway, but carpal tunnel can strike anybody. But there's some methods of rehab that work really well. And the rehab can, of course, the base of the neck can create these type issues that if the base of the neck, the nerves that come out of the base of the neck go down through the arm into the hands, and those type of irritations that can be on the nerves are what cause a lot of the issues in the wrist. So a lot of people think, well, it's just the wrist, but really it's coming from the base of the neck, and that's really the root cause of it. So if you start looking at that, you could create a game plan around it and a treatment protocol to get the lower part of the neck a little bit healthier, cut down on the compression on the disc, and then make a good difference there. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open. Give us a call or go to the website. Let's go to the phones and talk to Linda. Hi, Linda.
I had my gallbladder taken out, and it seems like ever since then I've had digestive system problems and that. What should I do?
Well, here's the thing. The gallbladder, as much as we say in medicine, oh, it's no big deal, go ahead and have it taken out. You're having issues. You got a couple stones in there. Let's just take the thing out and not worry about it, right? And that's what we hear. But at the same time, the challenge is that our body needs the gallbladder, okay? It stores the bile. This bile gets secreted into the small intestine where it helps to break down our food. Specifically, it helps to break down the fats, and that becomes a really, really big deal. So it's one of those issues that we have to look at. And so if you have it removed, there are some things you can do. You can start using bile salts, which you can find at a health food store. If you go to our website, we've got a product called Fat Metabolism Balance. It's a combination of herbs, including things like dandelion, that really do help break down the fats. And another issue with the gallbladder, and this is not standard medicine, but it's more based around Eastern medicine, okay? But the thought is that choline, acetylcholine specifically, is a brain chemical, and that kind of declines in the brain. When that declines in the brain, then it can lead to a trigger of the gallbladder dysfunction. And again, that's not our standard medical system doesn't really agree with that, but that's a Chinese medicine thought that's been around for a long time. Nonetheless, it's really, your diet plays a big role in that. If you're having gallbladder, or if you've removed a gallbladder, you're not going to break your fats down as well. So you might want to look into additional digestive aids that are natural. Bromelain is really good. And betaine hydrochloride, which is the hydrochloric acid you can get from a supplement as well. Okay? And again, all that stuff's on our website. When you can find all of that to be able to help you, little protocols and things we've put together in that regard. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. So what about your feet? Our feet tell us a lot about our health. And if your feet are healthy, then a lot of times you will be healthy. Believe it or not. Sounds kind of silly, but it is. Our feet carry us places. That's important. But also the structure of our feet and the way they sit in our shoes, the alignment makes a big difference in our posture and can be very helpful. But also there's things that can happen to our feet that can tell us about our health. So what do cold feet tell us about our health? Well, if they're constantly cold, people that smoke a lot, that don't really have a good amount of oxygen getting into the cells, or they may have peripheral artery disease, could have cold sensations in their feet or in their hands. But a lot of times the feet will be the first. Itchy feet, if you have an unpleasant or distracting, as they may be, itchy feet are normally a sign of a medical condition. Most of the time it can be a fungal infection like athlete's foot, which again, infections thrive in damp environments. So if you have tight-fitting shoes and wet socks or whatever, that can really be a breeding ground. So you want to treat that immediately. Skin discoloration, if you get a rash or fungal infection like athlete's foot, it can lead to like a scaly reddish skin. But many other conditions can cause the discoloration, like Raynaud's. And Raynaud's phenomenon is, it's characterized by kind of a sequence of color changes, a purplish color to the skin. If you talk to your doctor, if you see anything like that, for sure. The other one is club toes. That's a big one. It's where you see a change in the surrounding of the finger or toenail. And when that clubbing happens, it means that there could be some heart and lung disease and reduced oxygen levels in the blood. So definitely want to get that looked at. Swollen feet's another big one too. The swelling could be a kidney issue, congestive heart failure at some level. So you want to get that looked at too. Burning sensation could be a neuropathy, could be secondary to diabetes, or it could be a nerve-related condition coming from the lower back. And pain of the big toe, a lot of times it can be gout, all right, or rheumatoid arthritis. But the feet are big indicators. You start getting some weird things happening with your feet, talk to your doctor about that, and many times it can lead to know what might be going on inside the body. We'll be right back.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
Welcome back to the show. This is your show. It's a show where your health is your greatest wealth. So it comes down to your lifestyle. Our lifestyle is our medicine so many times. All right, let's go to the phones and talk to Marty. Hi, Marty.
Talking about bruises on the back of my leg. I'm a male, 60 years old, and these swollen spots up my upper thigh between my groin, right on the top of my thigh as it bends, and I cramp all night long. And I was calling actually, anything I should be telling my primary doctor about. Well, they told me they couldn't find anything. I got quick speculation, but I should be able to go to sleep for at least one night without cramping all night.
Yeah, and that's pretty common. A lot of times what it can be, Marty, is a mineral deficiency. The thing is we don't eat enough of our minerals that we get in our fruit and vegetables. We just don't get enough of those. Eat too many processed foods. We're not getting enough of our fruit, of our minerals and vitamins out of our foods. So I would get a blood test done. You can check and see what your overall minerals are. And a lot of times it could be magnesium, but there's different versions of magnesium that really can get in there. Could be potassium and some others. So instead of just randomly taking supplements, it's really good to have a blood test done to know. It's good to know what you need. Good to know what your body actually needs. And that's a really good way to check it. But I would get that done. But a lot of times that can be a magnesium type piece that you want to look at. So I would get that done and just check. And that way you'll know, because then you can know the dosage, how much to take, and plus you'll have some good supervision underneath that, which I think is really important. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. Are you struggling with the pollen that might be floating around a little bit? Of course, it comes out, you see a lot of the allergy type season in the springtime, but also you can see some of it in the fall too. There's some things that hit. But when the yellow stuff is out everywhere, what do you do? And a lot of people struggle with it. And there's a couple of things that really, really do help. One is you've got to make sure that you're using some of the local honey in the area. It's one of the best things you can do. Also, to make sure you're breaking your foods down effectively, bromelain, which is found in pineapple, really helps to break down the proteins. If you're not breaking your proteins down very well, then a lot of times you can have this excessive histamine reaction. So that's a really, really good one to use as well. Now, burdock root is another good one that you can take in a supplement form. A lot of times it's made into a homeopathic liquid, and you can utilize that. But the biggest deal is you want to avoid dairy products and wheat products during the season whenever you deal with allergies, fall, spring, whatever it is. You really want to stay off those foods because they can stimulate more histamine in the body that should be there. And when you've got excessive histamine already there, that's when everything really kicks in. And you really can kind of see that piece go into full effect. So anyway, it's a big deal. We're getting a lot of questions about that. We've got some allergy support protocols too. If you go to the website, find that there that can be helpful to you. That's for sure. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. If you're looking for a lifestyle provider, someone in your area that believes the same way we do, all this nutrition and lifestyle-based care, just go to the website. We can help you any way that we can, just to be able to get you to someone in your area that can help you walk through, maybe take you by the hand and teach you a better lifestyle method, because your lifestyle is medicine. Let's go to Nora. Hi, Nora.
I'm getting off of Lexapro, so I've stopped taking it. I was down to the smallest dose. However, I'm getting sort of jitters and tingling. It almost feels like withdrawal symptoms. And I think that my blood pressure is starting to go up also, which wasn't a problem before this.
Blood pressure can go up. That's for sure. And one of the big things you got to look at if you're wanting to wean down off your medication, and I tell anybody this, especially in our clinics, the Center for Lifestyle Medicine. And by the way, if you want to go look at our clinics, go to the centerforlifestylemedicine.com and you can check it out there. But what's interesting is when you're coming off any medication, A lot of people just want to come off of it, but you have to realize that it's taken years for you to get to the place where you are taking it. All right, so if it's blood pressure, cholesterol, metformin for diabetes, whatever, it's taking your body a long time to get to that place. So it's going to take a little bit of time to unwind that, but you can get it back. All right, but you have to be sensible, and you have to start with some really good lifestyle strategies that can help you really nail that down. And that's one of the main pieces that we have to look at. So first and foremost, you want to look at, in my opinion, one of the things that can help the most is, and this can be tough for a lot of people, but it's really building up a good solid eating plan. And once you do that, you're going to start figuring out what your deficiencies are, what they're not. You can get some blood work done. Your doctor can help you do that. And then get a good exercise routine going. And once you figure out the deficiencies where your body was already deficient, which is why you needed the medication in the first place, you start building the body up. Once you give the body a good solid foundation, then you can go from there. Then the doctor can have something to wean off. A great example, somebody that's on blood pressure medication. You start exercising right, eating right, and getting your body weight down. All of a sudden, you're tired all the time, half passing out. The reason you're doing that is because now the body is overwhelmed with the blood pressure medication. It's making your blood pressure go too low, and it forces your doctor to either reduce the medication or remove it completely. See, so many times we can actually get our bodies to reject the medication and to push it away. So it comes down with lifestyle. It really does. Our lifestyle's our medicine. There you go. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Your health care is on demand. Check it out. We'll be right back. Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
Food is our medicine. I always say that, but it really is. The foods we eat every single day really do determine the kind of health we're going to have. And the great thing about foods is that there's so many of them. And if you look and break down, which we do here each and every time we talk about this, it's amazing at how certain foods can do certain things in the body. Just like eating the wrong kind of foods each and every day can bring negative health to the body. The cool thing is, if you can eat your way in, a lot of times you can eat your way out. And that's true with our lifestyle as well. So we're talking today about bananas, and really I think one of the most powerful fruits that we have, just because of all the different benefits that go along with bananas. I mean, they're amazing. You remember, the top cardiologist rated food is eating a banana because it has over 400 milligrams of potassium in one banana. It's amazing. Now, I will tell you this, if you're going to eat bananas, which I do, I use them quite a bit for pre-workout or after workout. I use them around my exercise quite a bit. But bananas are great if they're more on the green side. So don't let them get too far along in the process where they have like the brown spots. You don't want to eat those because the sugar and the content and the nutrients really do shift, and they change quite a bit. So you really want to stick with the bananas that are closer to the greener color. Maybe just barely turning yellow is a better way to go. But bananas are amazing. Let's talk about it for just a minute. So they're creamy, they're rich, they're sweet, but they're loaded with potassium and fiber. Matter of fact, I said 400 milligrams. It's around 467, I believe. Only have 1 milligram of sodium. So great for blood pressure and to protect against atherosclerosis. It's an effectiveness of potassium-rich foods, such as bananas and lowering blood pressure, is demonstrated in so many different studies. Matter of fact, in the Archives of Internal Medicine, it talks about eating the high-fiber foods like bananas can help prevent heart disease. About 10,000 Americans participated in this study, and there was a reduction all the way across the board. Like 12% had less coronary heart disease, 11% less cardiovascular disease, 15% reduction in the risk of coronary heart disease, and 10% in the cardiovascular disease. Pretty amazing. So it's a soothing protection from ulcers too. Bananas have long been recognized for their antacid effects that protect against stomach ulcers and ulcer damage. So in one study, a simple mixture of banana and milk significantly suppressed acid secretion. So bananas work very effective in supporting the gut lining, the stomach lining, against ulcers. So if you have peptic ulcers or anything like that, the bananas can be very beneficial. Plus they have what's called protease inhibitors. And these protease inhibitors can get in and completely eliminate the bacteria in the stomach. And they also bring in the good bacteria. So it gets rid of the bad, ushers in the good. And if you've ever heard of probiotics, well, the bananas have this component in them called a prebiotic. And the prebiotic really sets the stage for the digestion to be where it needs to be. It improves elimination too. You ever eat a banana and then have to go to the bathroom, right? So the bananas actually can rapidly get the bowels moving. They have a soluble fiber in them, pectin, and it's a hydrocolloid that can really help normalize movement through the digestive tract, eases constipation quite a bit. And bananas are in the less, like when they're green, like I was talking about. If you eat a banana on the greener side, it has a glycemic index of about 30, okay? So once it gets into the riper stages where it's got the brown spots, it goes over 60. And that's when it becomes something that's not so good for you, because most fruits you want to keep under about 40. Like bananas or apples, oranges, berries, they're all under 30, okay? And it's just a good number to shoot for. So, again, with bananas, powerful food. Food really is our medicine in so many different ways. And if you want any more information, go to our website. I've got all kinds of tips and protocols that go along with that. Easy to follow here at the website. Now, one of the big things I love about bananas, and again, this is something I eat a banana just about every day. I really do. It's a great tool for, I think it's one of those great tools for overall optimal health, but it protects your eyesight. The Archives of Ophthalmology talked about how the data is so strong about cutting back age-related macular degeneration by people that eat bananas every day. So about 36% in those that ate a banana every day to those that did not. And the study they looked at, I think, about 100,000 women and men, kind of varied. And the antioxidants, vitamin A, C, and E, and the carotenoids on the development of early age-related macular degeneration and the neovascular age-related macular degeneration, they looked at all this. And so the intake of vegetables, the antioxidant vitamins, carotenoids were not strongly related to the incidence of the vision-destroying disease. And it is. Now, half a cup of berries was also used, apples and plums and pears. Those are also used. But the bananas, they said, were one of the top fruits that were used. Now, you would have never thought this, that's for sure. We're talking about bananas, how powerful they are. You would have never thought, you think about milk and osteoporosis, you think maybe about take your calcium supplements and osteoporosis to build stronger bones, because osteoporosis is the softening of the bones, right? So our food, let me show you this. Let me show you how the foods we have and that we take in really can impact the body, okay? So I'll just tell you this before I give you this example. So with a banana, for example, we had a patient that came in. They have blood pressure probably in the 160s. They did not want to take medication. Of course, we suggested that they do that, and they had a primary care that we were working in conjunction with, and we all agreed they needed to be on the medications. But nonetheless, they were adamant that they didn't want to, okay? So again, you suggest it, right? But then the patient has to make the decision. So they said, we want to do it natural, whatever. We hear you talk about it all the time. Now keep in mind, I'm very, very reasonable when it comes to this. I'm a natural guy. I talk about natural, doing things the most natural way, using lifestyle to control most everything in the body. And you can, outside of some stage 4 cancers and some other mental brain chemical related things. So you really can, okay? But medicine is there for a reason. And I'm a big fan of combining the two, having to use medication to get the major symptoms down, to get the body under control. Okay, like I'm a huge fan of that. I'm not anti-medicine. People think that I am. I'm not. That's not my crusade, man. I'm not. That's not my deal. I'm here to give you a better lifestyle. That's it. Period. And I believe that our lifestyle ultimately, not a bunch of supplements, not a bunch of drugs, and not extremes of any realm, but I think we need to use all those as tools. But ultimately, you got to get off your rear end and make your lifestyle better. I can't do that for you. You have to. So getting back to this, he wanted to do it naturally. And so we used a banana, a couple of bananas every day, along with vegetables and certain foods and protocols. And there's some supplements. We used arginine and citrulline and green tea extract. There were some different combinations we did combined with blood work and some testing that we did in the office. Right, so everybody was on board. We're going to do it for like a month, and then if it didn't work or the body didn't respond, then he's hitting the meds, and he was cool with that. So when the primary care was cool with that, so that was what we did. So we did that, and of course added exercise. He dropped like 10 pounds, the whole 9 yards. Right, blood pressure went down to normal. Pretty amazing, right? So everybody was happy. But here's the deal: he did the work, and that's the difference. So my whole point of that is your lifestyle. If you're serious about it, but you have to be serious. People want a pill. They don't want to do the work. And that's the difference. You have to do the work. And that made a difference for him. But the cool thing about bananas, they also can help build stronger bones. This probiotic friendly bacteria they have in prebiotics help to go in and absorb more calcium that doesn't get lost down in the colon. And the green bananas, which have these short chain fatty acids, are amazing at doing that. They really help the body overcome a lot of the issues, but the result in the grabbing of that calcium and utilizing it, ushering it into the bones, allowing it to be absorbed a lot easier, really does make a difference. So bananas can actually build strong bones. Very cool for that. It's also great for kids in their developmental days. So bananas for kids, fantastic. Promoting kidney health through moderate intake. One cool thing about this is that over about 190,000 cases of kidney cancer are diagnosed every year. All right. International Journal of Cancer suggests regular moderated consumption of whole fruits and vegetables, especially bananas, can be protective. So the result, they see a large population of people that utilize this fruit makes an incredible difference. Matter of fact, kidney cancer was cut by 40%. In those age 40 to 76 that ate fruit and vegetables every day. Salads eaten once a day, cut with 40% risk. And, of course, the root vegetables made some of the biggest differences along the way. So the conclusion was that moderated consumption of fruit and vegetables, especially bananas, cabbage, and root vegetables, reduce kidney cancer. Or they say may reduce it. But the bottom line is 40% reduction, that's strong. And kidney renal cancer, renal cell carcinoma, is extremely prevalent. We see it all the time, and moderate amounts of these type of foods can make a huge difference. So why not add it? Major deal. Our food is medicine. Isn't that cool? I think it's great. So more of that, you go to our website and you can check that out. Plus, if you want to find one of our lifestyle providers in your area that can help you understand how your food can be your medicine, we're here to help you. We coach people all around the country from the website Telehealth. And some people call it telemedicine. We've got natural whole food supplements and protocols, exercise routines. Anything that you need is right there at the website. Check it out. Our food is medicine. Powerful. Bananas. Eat one a day. A banana a day is a powerful tool for your health.
Connect with On Call Radio and watch On Call TV at InShapeNetwork.com.
Lines are open, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. What are you struggling with? Let's talk about it. Your health and your life. If the body can get sick, it can also get well. That's the cool thing about it, is that it doesn't matter where you've been, it matters where you're going. It doesn't matter what you've been struggling with. It does. I care about it. I'm just saying that you really can recover. If the body can get sick, you can unwind and help the body get well. It's about lifestyle. So our choices really do matter, and they really set the standard and can make a huge difference in our overall health and overall life. 888-283-7272. Give us a call, and we're here to help you any way that we can. Jacob up in Boston, Massachusetts. Can you tell me a way to increase my vitamin D level? Yeah, after the age of 50, Jacob, we don't absorb vitamin D the way we used to. Now, we get it through the sunlight when it hits our skin, all right? So that's something that we normally have and experience and deal with and all that. So we see that quite a bit. But the other piece that's important to note is that we need to get it from our foods. Mushrooms have a lot, but and so do a lot of certain like dairy products and vegetables. But the thing is, you're not going to get much of it. All right, supplementation is really the key. Cod liver oil has it, so fish oil has it. You get it in salmon and some other fish, but still, cod is a great fish that has it. But you really want to supplement it, and you want to mix it with K2. So, for example, you do usually about 50 micrograms of vitamin K2 to every 10,000 units of vitamin D3. Okay, so you want to mix those two. There's been numerous studies that the vitamin K2 protects the arteries from any potential calcification that can happen with the vitamin D. So yeah, that's a crucial part that we see that you have to maintain. So I would look at that for sure when it comes to it, because one of the big keys you got to look at overall in the long term is making sure that there's balance, right? And vitamin D is such a critical piece, and it may take, just depends on what your number is, but it may take quite a bit of vitamin D, and it takes usually about 3 to 4 months to get it back up where it needs to be. Okay, that's a big key. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. All right, do you sit a lot? If you do, just know this. This is kind of wild. And I think these studies have come out recently because probably in the last 20 or 30 years, we sit more than we ever have before. So new study finds that sitting less can extend your life. Brazilian researchers analyzed data in about 54 countries that people that sit more than 3 hours a day to 3.8% of deaths from all causes. So limiting sitting time to less than 3 hours a day would increase a person's lifespan by an average of 2 months. So the study adds growing evidence that sitting too much can be a health threat. And the report appeared recently in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine. Study authors estimated the effects of less time spent sitting, regardless of moderate to physical activity. Even a modest 10% reduction in sitting time, for instance, 30 fewer minutes a day, could have immediate impact, the researcher said. So, for example, 50% decrease in 2 fewer hours can make an overall impact. So there's all kinds of evidence, but the reality is you want to not sit as much. I mean, we know that it shortens our lifespan. So at the end of the day, don't be sedentary. You got to get moving. The body has to be moving. It was designed to move. And the more we sit, I really believe the more we lose with our health and our life. So we have to get up and get our bodies moving. It's critical. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open. Give us a call. Or let's go to Brad on the phones. Hi, Brad.
Recently diagnosed with prostate cancer, PSA about 15, scheduled next week for an initial appointment at a proton treatment therapy center. Just wanted to see if familiar with the proton treatments and kind of get opinion.
Yeah, very familiar with them. And there's the outcomes on those treatments are usually pretty good. So, depending on who's doing it, a lot of the places now, of course, is pretty much standard of care with it. So, but the treatments tend to be pretty good. The bigger question is, what are you doing on the preventative side? right? So it's one of those things where, as a guy, you want to do everything you can to maximize your health and maximize everything that you're taking in to support your body, right? So my whole adage is avocados contain this component called beta-sitosterol. I get guys that all the time, they say, man, you love those avocados. Well, the thing is, it's loaded with, if you look at any of the supplements that are out there, the ones that really make an impact for prostate have a component in them called beta-sitosterol. Well, beta-sitosterol is loaded in avocados. I mean, it's like extremely high. So eating avocado every single day can help your prostate overall. It's one of those foods that you just want to keep with you. That makes a big difference. Saw palmetto, zinc, pumpkin seed oil, those are all really good as well. So that's one of the major keys you want to look at, all right? Hope that helps. Puts another hour in the charts. I want to thank our producer, Jay Patrick, engineer John Garrison, and the rest of the team. Go tell one person something you learned on the show. Together, we can transform the health of our friends, our families, and our communities. You're listening to the show that helps you get well, stay well, and live well, where we're diagnosing hope one person at a time. Remember, your health care is on demand. If you go to our website, there you can find all our original health programs, TV, radio, podcast, everything to empower your health and empower your life.
This show is designed to provide accurate information of a general nature on the subject matter covered, and given with the understanding that neither the host nor the station is engaged with rendering any form of medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. This information is not approved by the FDA and is not intended to diagnose, prevent, treat, or cure any disease.
To experience more of Asa Rx audio, visit us at asarx.com.